Hi, welcome to Let's Cook. Today we're talking dessert madness. What do I mean by that? We're making a caramelized pear torte. Yes, a caramelized pear torte, along with a caramelized berry sauce and glacé en cru. These desserts have different components that we'll be putting together. Let me explain what the torte is. To make the torte, we're going to take shortbread and pâté choux, pears, butter, sugar, cornstarch, and almonds. We're going to produce a delicious caramelized pear torte. First thing we're going to do is we have to make the pâté choux. Now, to make the pâté choux, right in my bowl right here, I have some butter and milk. Now, to this now, I'm going to go ahead and add a cup of flour. Once it comes to boil, then after it comes free from the sides here, then I add one egg at a time. And when I put that egg in at a time, we're going to do that on my mixer right here. As a matter of fact, I need to get the paddle for my mixer. I forgot that. So let me get my paddle here so I'm ready to go. Because once I start this, I really can't leave this. So we'll unlock this. We'll get our paddle right in here. Okay, and this is almost coming to a boil too. This is a very fast dough. This is the same dough that you would use to make eclairs or cream puffs. Okay, good. Add our flour into this. Now we're going to cook this on all sides. Now, you'll see that it's going to come together here relatively quickly from the sides of the pan. Once it comes free like this, we have to add one egg at a time. You can do this by hand, but if you do this by hand, it can be a little bit of work. So the easiest way to do it is if you have a mixer here, we take a mixer, we drop the dough in there. Now, for people that have made this before, normally I will cook this for about 2 or 3 more minutes. That's going to make sure that I get a good jumper. That's a rise on the pâté choux. Going to start mixing this, and we take one egg at a time and add that egg in. As that egg gets incorporated into the dough, then you can add another egg. You don't want to put in more than one egg at a time, because if you do, it just kind of swims around and you won't get, again, a proper jump. So we put in one egg at a time. While that egg is getting incorporated, right here, here's my short dough. Now, what I've done with the short dough is I've already rolled it out here. Let it rest. I'm going to take the bottom of my tart pan right here, put this on top here. I've rolled it out right on the parchment paper. Then I just cut right around my bottom here, all the way around. Let's go back because I'm ready for another egg now. We're going to do a few things at a time here. There we are. Get that in there. We'll get rid of our excess dough here. Put this on the side. Then we can take the shell right here, and all we're going to do, just like this, pick it up, turn it over. It's already on our shell here. We're not going to lose any of it. This goes right into our shell here. Now, what I also have right here is I have some pears that I sauteed with a little butter and sugar and I cooled down. So we're going to take these pears right here, put them right in the middle, leaving a little bit of an edge here because we're also going to incorporate a little bit of pâté choux on the edge of this. This is such a delicious dessert. Coming over here, these are extra large eggs. I think I'm only going to use one more egg in here because it looks like it's going to be the right consistency. The consistency should be that of almost silly putty. Let's speed this up here a little bit. Okay, good. Now, my pastry bag is right here. Okay, this is a great consistency here. Okay, pale yellow in color. Beautiful. Shut this off now. This is now done. See that great consistency there where it falls off? Beautiful. Okay. Take our dough right here. Put this on the side. Now, when you're taking a pastry bag and you need to fill the bag and you don't want the dough, because this pâté choux, this can actually drip out. Take it like this, turn it this way and push this in. Right into where the tip is. That way, when you fill it, it won't leak out. The other thing you're going to do when you fill the pastry bag, hold your hand like this in a pastry bag. This way you can hold the bowl. When you take the pâté choux, you're just going to go like this and fill it this way. That way the sides of your bag don't get all dirty and messy. And you just scrape it across your hand that way. That's the best way to do it. Now, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do with my pâté choux is, now I go like this. This way it won't leak on me. I bring it right over here. All I'm going to do with this right here is go around the edge. With the pâté choux, I'll do once. Come over here, I have a little bit less left. Second time here. Do I have enough? Yeah, I have enough to go around. Beautiful. Now, the only other thing I need to do for this torte is I have some almonds right here. And what I'm going to do with the almonds is I'm going to take some almonds here, along with some butter right here. We're going to put our butter right in there. Butter, a little bit of sugar here, and my almonds. We'll simply take this now and just melt the sugar, melt the butter, get those almonds coated with it. Absolutely out of this world. Now, I already have some done right here that I cooled down. And with these, no color on these go right in the middle, just like that. Now, what's going to end up happening is I'm actually going to show you right now what's going to happen because I already have one done in the oven here. When you bake this in the oven, you're going to start it at about 400 degrees. Then for about 10 minutes, that way you get the nice jump on the pâté choux here. Then you turn it down to 350 and allow it to cook all the way through. And that's when you put it on a pan like this so the shortbread on the bottom doesn't burn. There's a few things that we also have to do to this torte to finish it, but we're going to save that to the end of the show. We're going to take a little break right now, and then when we come back, I'm going to show you how to make a caramelized berry sauce. So versatile, you won't want to miss it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back to Dessert Madness. I need another spatula. Puck, hands. Heads up. Whoa, he caught it. Okay, now, I don't know. When we do shows, sometimes we do 3-4 shows a day. Today happens to be our third show. I always get a little silly. It's a little punchy. That's because I'm so excited about Dessert Madness today. Now, I have some sugar in here. What I've done with the sugar, I have some sugar and corn syrup in here, and it's reducing down. It's going to start to caramelize. Along with that, and it's just about there. It's almost starting to caramelize. Now, take a look at my berries, because I have some frozen berries here. And you can use frozen berries for this. I have some frozen raspberries, blueberries, and strawberries. What I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to take these and strain all this liquid away. The reason being, we're making this into a sauce, and I don't want all that liquid to have to cook off in my sauce as well. I'll reduce that later and use that for something else. I'm going to press this now. See, I'm losing about 50% juice. Now, see right here, it's just about caramelizing there. Beautiful. See, it's how it's just starting to brown, a little brown. Okay, here comes my caramel. Here go my berries. Now that's about 310 degrees when it's starting to brown. Now, in go my berries. And you can see that they actually cooled down the sugar, and the sugar here has started to get a little stringy. What we're going to do now is we're going to lower our heat here, add a cinnamon stick to this, and just allow this to simmer, and it's going to be delicious once we puree it and strain it and we get rid of all the seeds in there. And that's going to be our caramelized berry syrup. We're going to keep it extremely simple. So, I'm also going to take, you know what I'm going to do? I'm also going to take this delicious juice right here. I'm going to put this in another pot right here. And I'm also going to start to reduce this as well. So, and I'll show you what we can do with that as well. So, let's get this in here. Let's get this reducing down. Because we can use both of these. This can be more like a coulis, and this can be our sauce. It's break time. That's what it is. So we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, Dessert Madness will continue with glacé en cru. So let's cook. Okay, we have some berry things going on here. First of all, this is the juice from our frozen berries. as I reduce this down, it's really not coating the spoon well enough. And if I taste this right now, the sweetness hasn't really developed in this. So we're going to allow that to continue to cook down. Coming over here, I have my potato masher in this sauce. And we're going to allow this to, actually, this is cooked down enough now that I believe it's actually ready to be strained. When I strain this, I'm going to put it right through here. And then with my spatula here, I'm just going to push this down and let all that goodness go through. You see how nice that looks? This is, and now some people might be saying, well, Paul, you're getting rid of all the fruit. Yes, I am. I have the essence of the fruit. And I don't have those raspberry seeds and strawberry seeds that are going to get stuck in my tooth. And I have delicious, look at the intensity of the color of this. Out of this world. Okay, so I'm going to continue straining and pushing that through, but I have something really interesting to show you, and that's our glacé, en croûte glacé ice cream. So, coming over here, I'm going to take something out of the freezer here. I'm going to be going back and forth to my freezer. Right here, you can buy these at the store. They are silicone. Nothing sticks to them. It's great. Remember the pâté choux we made earlier when we did the pear tart? Well, I have some in a bag here, and what I'm going to do is right here in this cup, I'm just going to take a little bit and pipe a very thin coating. Right here. Thin coating, just like this. Whoops, get this piece of plastic out of the way here. Very thin coating here, almost to the edge. I'm going to do the same thing in this one right here. So we're just going to, we only want it to be, about 1/4 of an inch thick. So to ensure that, what we then do is we take a spoon. We make sure the spoon is a little wet. And we come like this, and you just press the sides here, making sure you have no gaps in this. Then you put this in the freezer. Unless it's nice, unless this comes out of the freezer, this might even firm up. But see these here? These have been in the freezer. They're frozen. Then I take good, solid, chocolate, delicious, wonderful ice cream right in here, and I put it right in the middle there. But it has to be frozen because I want to press that in. So I have to create a seal here. I'm going to come over here. See how we just do that? Now, in this bin right, in the container right here, I have actually these two ready to be done, these right here. And actually, you know what I have that's a good idea? If you get ahead of yourself, you can actually take and pre-scoop your ice cream, which I've done right here, and get it really frozen like this. It's so frozen, it's stuck to the dish. This is the hardest ice cream. My God, forget it. It's stuck to the dish. It is so stuck. Even in these ones right here, I can take my ice cream as long as it's nice and firm. And this is a good quality chocolate ice cream, contains a lot of chocolate, a lot of butter fat, nice and firm. We put that in there like that. Me and tools. Sometimes we just don't get along. But let me show you how you seal this off. We're just going to come now. This ice cream is down in here. Then with my pâté choux, I finish it. I seal it off. You have to do this before the ice cream melts. Just like this. Now, I already have these two done. You see how they come out? They pop right out. Let me get a plate here. And you have to work with these while they're still frozen. Hard as a rock. Beautiful. You can do these ahead, and you can also have these in your freezer. Okay, great. So let me get these back in the freezer here. Beautiful. Now, we take these. I'm going to come over here now with the spoon right here. Make sure our oil's at the right temperature here. I'm going to take this, drop these in, let them start to cook. Okay? Don't put in too many at a time because they will have a tendency of cooling down, and the pâté choux is going to blow up just a little bit too. Okay. Let's come over here. We're going to finish straining off some of our berry sauce here. Now, the other thing you can do is if your sauce right here, you see the sauce right here? If you think you can get more out of it, what you can do is you can also, show you this. That's not supposed to happen. That wasn't planned. You can use an immersion blender to puree the sauce and finish straining it. I really have to take a break. I got to pick up my mess here. My ice cream en cru, it's cooking up here. It's going to get nice and golden brown. We are going to take a little break. I'm going to clean up my mess, and then when we come back, I'm going to show you how to put this dessert madness to rest. We'll be right back. Come back. Okay, we're going to finish our dessert madness here. Now, look, let's take a look. See our ice cream here? En cru? Oh, doesn't this look great? These are done now. We're just going to put them on absorbent paper towel. You want to cook these to a point where they're nice and golden brown, but the ice cream has not melted. Got a little bit of chocolate coming out there. That's okay. Now, I did say that you can take an immersion blender if you want and puree this. And what I'm going to do is my remaining liquid that I have from this pan, I'm just going to put in here and just puree this a little finer, and that way I can just get a better yield out of this. Okay? But you'll never get rid of those seeds entirely unless you do strain it. Okay, so let's just put this down right over here. I'm going to be careful not to drop anything today. If you just joined in the show, I had a little accident in a prior segment. Okay, we'll just get a little bit more of this out of here. This wonderful caramelized berry syrup. Beautiful. That looks great, doesn't it? Sometimes you just have to go through this process, but you see how we got a little bit more out of there? Just needed to show you that. Good. And I have enough now to do my presentation here. So, here's my berry syrup. Oh, looks outrageous. Now, let's take this plate right over here. Take a little bit of our berry syrup right here. Doesn't this look great? Oh, fantastic. And then our delicious ice cream en cru right there. And of course, to finish it, we're going to take a few raspberries here and a few blueberries here, just randomly done. And then, I'm not necessarily a proponent of fanning strawberries, but I do love the inside of a berry. So I would just take this berry and just have there like that. No green on it at all. It's not edible. Don't use it. Now, oh, our torte right here. Let's take a look at our torte here. This is still a little warm. But I'm just going to take this now, bring it to the edge here, pick this up. See how beautiful this looks? And I'm going to leave it right on the metal bottom there. Then we would take this here with a little bit of apricot glaze. Just glaze this here. Sweeten that up a little bit on the pears as well, and the almonds. Then, last but not least, I would use just a little bit of powdered sugar. Do we have any powdered sugar? Thank you. I'm going to use just a little powdered sugar right here. Now, sometimes you can't control the sugar with something like this. So, what I'll do sometimes, since I seem to be into strainers lately, so I'm just going to take this little strainer right here, put a little bit right here, then carefully go around the edge here, just on the edge. But I still want you to be able to see the apricot glaze. Looks good, doesn't it? Okay, now, what you can also do with this is you can serve a slice of this too. Cut into this here. We'll cut into this right here. Oh, out of this world. Gonna come right in here. Beautiful. Take that delicious pear support a little bit of the berry sauce there, because now we have a real nice taste sensation going on. And then a few berries right at the tip, just to garnish it nicely. And if you want, and you have enough time, you can add a little bit of mint right here. Thank you so much for watching Let's Cook. You have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.